Hello, 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 hello. Giving it a few seconds. Today we are going to talk about narrative and we're going to talk about self talk. We're going to talk about the story that you tell yourself every single day, the story that you tell yourself about the wins, about the times when you were embarrassed and how that shaped you, and just really in the direction of where you're going, basically where you've came from, where you're at now, and also where you're looking to go. So, yeah, just waiting for everyone to jump on, and then we're going to go into it in as much detail as we possibly can. And if anyone has any questions as well at the end, just make sure to ask away. Always happy to answer questions as well. I just talk a wee bit at the start of these, and then I go on and I basically answer the questions at the end. So, yes, how you speak about yourself is so important. Like, it is so important because imagine, or we all know someone that just doesn't like us for no reason, or it feels like no reason, or it might just be something so superficial. And we're always just thinking about, all right, what's this person saying about me? Are they slobbering? Why do they slobber? Why do they say these bad things about me? But the thing is, a lot of us are actually like that for ourselves. A lot of us are actually worse than the people that hate us. A lot of us hate ourselves and talk worse about ourselves, worse than how our greatest enemies would actually talk about us. Because the truth is, the people that you would consider to be your enemy, the people that you think don't like you, even if they truly don't like you, we often still talk worse about ourselves than the people that don't like us. And that says a lot. Most people do struggle to love themselves. I once had a conversation with friends about that. And I was asking them, I just directly asked them, we got into that conversation, and I said, do you love yourself? And most of them said no. And I was shocked. I was like, what? And I've actually realized that to be a really common theme. I've done a lot of research now, and I've even like asked a lot of clients, and just obviously me being so into self growth, that's a question that I actually have for a lot of people. Like, do you, and I want you to actually think, do you actually love yourself? If you do, that's great. If you don't beat yourself up as well, because a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't give themselves enough credit. And don't get me wrong, being self critical, it can be good. Being self-critical is what pushes us to go for more. And sometimes when we're not self-critical, this can actually be worse because then we get complacent, we get lazy. But you don't need to flipping shun yourself all the time. You don't need to always drag yourself down. And I've had people say to me, I've even had clients say to me, oh, yeah, like, oh, and sorry for asking a question, sorry for melting your head. I'm like, you're not melting my head. You're telling yourself that you're a melt. You're telling yourself that you're this person who is annoying. And this is the story you're telling yourself. No one else is really telling you this. And even if someone told you that, they probably didn't even mean it, but you've took that on as fact and you see that as your reality. And what you talk about, how you speak about yourself will become your reality. And more importantly than even just how you talk, but this is a completely different topic, how you act, the behavior that you have and what you do every single day will truly become who you are, and it will truly become the reality. And see, when you talk shit about yourself all the time, you believe it and you begin to feel what? Shit. See, if you talk good about yourself, you will start to believe it and you will begin to feel what? Good. You will begin to feel positive. And I'm not on about manifestation. I'm actually not a massive fan of manifestation. Like, manifestation is all right if it forces you to take action. But a lot of time people manifest things and they miss the main point. And the main point is to actually take the action that delivers results. You can't manifest yourself a six pack. You have to eat the food. You have to get in a calorie deficit. You have to train your abs. You don't manifest that. Yes, if you manifest and then you take action after you manifest, that's grand. But if you've only manifest, if you only sit down and talk about your goals and think about your goals, that that gets you nowhere. It is the action that shows who you are. It is never just how you speak, but that is part of it. Um, and what you want is proof that you are who you say you are. Imposter syndrome isn't actually a bad thing. Imposter syndrome is actually a sign that you've put ego aside. Like, if you weren't feeling like an imposter when you're doing something new and you're doing something big, that's a sign that you could be a bit arrogant and that you could go into something overly confident and you don't go into something with an open mind. So imposter syndrome, it isn't always a bad thing. What if we accepted imposter syndrome as something that we can have in our lives and something that can actually improve us, and look at imposter syndrome as a trail of something that we're doing right? If we're constantly feeling imposter syndrome, what does that mean? Normally, that means we're actually moving forward. Normally, that means we're getting out of our comfort zone. Normally, that means we're trying new things. And you know what that normally means? That means that we constantly level up. And back to self talk. If you want to improve how you are, stop talking about yourself and stop talking about your goals in such reversible language. And what I mean by reversible language is saying words like, okay, I'll try to go to the gym. I'll see. That's reversible language. There's no commitment behind that. There's no backup behind that. I'll look into fixing my diet. There's no commitment and there's no backing behind that. I'll do it when it's the right time. When is the right time? The right time never comes. The right time is when you decide, you know what, I'm sick, I'm fed up with how I am now, and I'm going to make a decision. I'm actually going to go for what I want to go for. What I always back and what I always say works the best for me is irreversible decisions. And an irreversible decision is a decision that is very, very hard to go back on. It is very, very hard to take it back. So, for example, I had a client, his name's Niall Don, he's probably not even on this. He wanted to start social media. And I asked him, why haven't you started social media yet? Like you've just came on board, you told me you wanted to like do social media posting for ages. He never did it. And I just said, you know what, you're going to upload your first post tonight because that's going to be an irreversible decision. You know what you're going to say in that post? You're going to confirm how you've been pushing this back for so long. And you're also going to commit to the audience. You're going to say in the video that you're going to upload a post every single day. And what that was, that one post, that was an irreversible decision that set him up. I had another client who basically came on board with me when he was obese. And what did he do? He didn't manifest his way out of obesity. He paid for coaching, he invested in himself, and that in turn was an irreversible decision that then pushed him to the person that he wanted to be. We booked him in for a photo shoot, another irreversible decision that pushed him to where he wanted to be. So it's irreversible decisions. Even this event, I'm running a self-growth event here on Saturday. One of my goals was to improve my public speaking. And you don't manifest your way into improving your public speaking. You don't manifest your way onto stages. You make decisions that force you to be there. You make irreversible decisions. And back in September, I booked an event. I put the money down. I put the deposit down. So then I had to in turn, I had to go forward. I had to commit to that. I had to market the event. I had to post on social media to grow my following so I could sell tickets for the event. I had to do all of that, which in turn forced me to grow. It forced me to be better. And again, it wasn't a manifestation board that got me there. It was by making an irreversible decision. And because I made that irreversible decision, it's hard to say over and over again. You know what it forced for me? It forced obsession. It forced a behavior and it forced an identity. It forced me to be someone who is good at public speaking. See, 2-3 weeks ago, I wasn't as good at speaking, even on these lives. Even on these lives, I wasn't as good at speaking. Right now, I'm speaking pretty straight. Whenever I first started speaking in the lives, I went, yeah, but I got better after 2 weeks because I've done a live every single day, which has then leveled me up. The reason I've done a live every single day was because I wanted to improve my public speaking for this event that I'm doing on Saturday. And the reason I did those lives was because I booked that event. So that one decision, that one irreversible decision has completely changed me as a person in the space of a couple of weeks. So right now, whatever it is you want to do, what irreversible decision could you make? Do you want to be a personal trainer? Book the PT qualification. Do you want to be in shape? Reach out to the coach. Do you want to, I don't know, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to travel? Book the flights. Do the thing. Make the decision. Put the money down. Make the investment in yourself. Make the irreversible decision. Force obsession. Force a behavior and force the identity that you want, because you cannot manifest yourself into a better life. If you manifest an act, good. You could erase the manifestation too, and you could just act, and you could just make decisions that move you forward and make the irreversible decisions that force you to move forward. So I will always back manifestation, boom, down here, irreversible decisions, boom, up here. So much better. So much more likely to move you forward. So yes. And see if something's out of your comfort zone, do it. If it's out of your comfort zone, that's not a sign to not do something. That's not a sign that it isn't for you. If it's scary, if it makes you afraid, if it makes you feel, I don't know, I feel a bit iffy about that. That's exactly when you do it. That's exactly when you go for it, when you feel afraid. Because you're never going to feel ready to do the thing that you want to do. You're never going to feel confident enough. You're never going to feel motivated enough. It is never going to be the right time. But here's the best news for you right now. You don't have to feel ready. You don't have to feel motivated, and you don't have to feel confident. You just have to act. And then the identity and who you want to build comes after. So that is my pep talk done for today. If anyone has any questions, let me know. More than happy to answer anything that you guys have. And then I'm going to shoot off and get my dinner and go to bed. So yes, guys, thank you very, very much. Ross, brother, you've been sitting on my live for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You're actually one of the top viewers. You're actually viewer number 3. You're viewer number 3. You're sitting here. You're telling me how much you don't like these lives, but you're watching them for so long. In a way, you get more value than most of the other people here. So yeah, brother, if you don't like these lives, you can scroll on to the next one. You can scroll on, brother. But actually, what I want you to do is stay in this live. Keep watching it. Keep boosting it. Keep doing your comments. Keep it going. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You decide how you live your life. If you want to live your life being chronically online, being a chronic hater, trying to tear people down, who's trying to help other people, you know what, brother? You do that and see how far you get. You do that, and when you go to bed, ask yourself, do I feel good about myself? Do I actually like who I am? Am I actually proud of myself? Am I proud of the results that I bring? Am I proud of the impact that I have? I'm not going to answer that question for you. I think I know the answer, but I'm not going to tell you what the answer is there. But I want you to think about that and look yourself in the mirror. Am I someone worth modeling? Am I someone to look up to? Are you? I'm not going to answer that for you. Damien, what is up? Hope you're all good. Dav, hello. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know. No, I certainly don't love myself at the moment. Here's the thing. Most people don't love themselves, and that's okay. Because we've actually never been taught to love ourselves. A lot of the time we are told in school as we grow up that if we have any hint of loving ourselves, if we have any hint of ambition, that it's a bad thing, that it's ego, that, oh, we don't do that here. In Ireland and the UK, we don't do that. We follow rules. We don't speak out loud in the class. We don't interrupt the teacher. We ask to go to the toilet here. We're taught that from a very young age. And you know what that does? It teaches you not to love yourself. We're taught to conform. We're taught to not do the thing that we want. When we were young, we had all these hopes, these dreams, these ambitions. We weren't racist. We didn't hate anyone just because of their skin color. Men and women didn't hate each other because of the different genders or any of the other genders as well. When we were a kid, we would just play together, and there was literally no issue. And here's the thing: we loved ourselves, but then we got to a point where we stopped. And why is that? Why did we stop loving ourselves? We've got Rosalind saying, I'm 62 and I'm only just starting to accept myself now. Rosalind, that is amazing. And you've just shown everyone here in the live. There's a lot of young people on this live. The day is going to come. There is going to be a day where you learn to love yourself. There is going to be a day where you're proud of yourself. And I hope all of you have felt proud of yourself. And if you haven't, just realize that day is going to come. And you know how it comes. Just keep taking action, keep kicking, keep trying at whatever it is you're doing. Eventually it will come. Keep knocking doors. If they push you down 7 times, get up 8. I know that's like typical motivational fluff that you hear online, but it is very, very true. So whatever you want to do, just keep going for it. Any questions? Fire it in. Some said, I'm having a self-identity crisis. Let me know, what is your self-identity crisis? A lot of us build our identity off negativity. We build our identity off false promises to ourselves. See, if you're always saying, oh, I'm going to do this and you don't. I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and you don't. I'm going to go to the gym and I don't, and you don't. If we keep making promises to ourselves and then we don't keep it, we lose trust, and that becomes our identity. Our identity becomes someone who can't even trust themselves. So you want to go the opposite way. Every small promise you make to yourself, keep it, and that is what is in turn going to build confidence. If you see the hot girl or guy, start the conversation. Oh, shit. Start the conversation. If you want to give someone a compliment, give them the compliment. Stop being so afraid. Because what are you afraid of? Embarrassment? No one gives a fuck. Shame? No one's remembering. No one is remembering. Tell me the last 5 reels you scroll past. You don't remember. Tell me the last embarrassing act that you've seen someone else do in public. You don't remember. No one is remembering you. No matter who you are. You're going to forget about this live in 5 minutes. Hope you don't. You probably will. And I'm okay with that. I accept that. So, yes, we are going to end this live here, not in a few minutes. But if you have any questions, we're live across 3 different platforms. We've got over 25 people across all platforms. Hello. Far away, ask a question. Ask now or forever hold your peace. Someone has said, right, this is the last thing I'm going to answer. Oh, well, there's a few other things on Instagram. We've got Teresa saying, love giving compliments to strangers. It makes them happy, and you feel so happy. Exactly. It helps 2 people. It helps you and helps the stranger as well. Bethany said, I feel like society is more afraid now than ever. Yeah, I agree. And it's because social media plays a massive part of that. And I know I upload on social media. I know you're listening to me on social media. I'm obviously using it to spread a message because the best way to spread a message in today's day and age at mass scale. But at the end of the day, yes, social media does a lot of fucking bad. It does a lot of harm. Makes a lot of people compare themselves. It makes a lot of people think they want something that they don't because they only see the upside of certain things and they never see the downside of those things. Because remember, social media is a highlight reel. You're only seeing the good. You're not seeing the full picture. If you're feeling envious of someone else, if you're feeling jealous, if you're getting sad, if you're getting annoyed because you're seeing, oh, this person's living in Dubai, they're on a beach. Look at them on Thailand riding fucking elephants. That's not real life. You think that's real life because it's all you see when you're on social media, but it's not. It's not. We all live very similar lives. We all wake up, we all eat, we all sleep, we all shit. We all feel good during the day. We all feel bad during the day. We have ups, we have downs, we have highs, we have lows. There is no mountain without a valley. So, yeah, like no matter where you are in the world, there's always going to be times where you feel shit and always going to be times where you feel good. You just get desensitized to whatever lifestyle you have. So right now, if I was in Dubai, if I was in Dubai in a luxury $2 billion apartment, I would be just as happy as I am right now because you're desensitized to what you have. But then that's where social media gets in the way and you're seeing other people's highlight reels. You're seeing how other people are winning, seeing people in your hometown doing really, really well. Are people local to you doing really well? And then that's where you can start comparing. And when you compare, that's where you can actually start to get really upset. So yes, if we have any other questions, fire them in now. Especially TikTok, because TikTok just gives me so much notifications that I can't see all the questions. Someone said, IFW you. I fuck with you. Thank you. Mountain with the Valley. That's a Bible song. Exactly. Yeah, right, folks. I'm going to shoot. See if you are starting some sort of fitness journey. If you're an athlete or you want to lose weight or even if you want to gain muscle, I do free meal plans. Completely free. No catch at all. If you would like a free meal plan sent into your inbox, go to my Instagram and message me go to your inbox and message me meal plan and I will send you a meal plan. And then that'll get emailed over to you. So yes, if you would like a free meal plan to help you on your fitness journey for completely free, I'm giving these away in January just to help people out. send me the message meal plan and I will send you off the meal plan. Also, I'm doing a self-growth event here on Saturday in Belfast. If that is something you'd be interested in, growing, meeting like-minded people, improving your body, your mindset, your life, and building an action plan for 2026, make sure to look at the link in the bio. There's a lot of information about it there. If you know anyone that could want to go to this, that might be interested in it, make sure to send it off to them too. I'm putting a lot of effort into this, putting a lot of money into it. We've got 5 different speakers that are going to be speaking on the day, and we've already got vast majority of the tickets sold. We've got over 75% of them sold. So if you do want a ticket, jump on it. If you know anyone who might be interested, send it off them. It helps me out as well. I do these lives every single day. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Meal plan. If you would like a free meal plan, message me meal plan. And if you would like to go to the event on Saturday, well, you know what to do. I will see you then. So folks, thank you very much. I'll see some of you at the Catalyst on Saturday, and I'll see some of you in my inbox where you are grabbing this free meal plan. Kevin, yes, I do online coaching. If you want to know more about it, just send me a message. I can send you a free meal plan as well. No strings attached. Even if you decide to work with me as a coach, I'm going to do an intake here after my event on Saturday. So yes, folks, have a good one. See you all later. Thank you, Kevin. I will hear from you soon. No pressure. Anyway, goodbye. Bye-bye, folks. And boom. Instagram, thank you very much. If you would like a meal plan, message me meal plan. If you want to go to the event, Catalyst, you know what to do. Link is in my bio. See you all later. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. YouTube. See you soon. Goodbye.